All right, so I want to get back to answering questions that are being asked of me, and because this is what you guys want to hear. So today's topic is about minor league baseball and kind of how it all works. What's the structure? So, in a short summary, I'm going to try to do my best to describe minor leagues, and hopefully that gives you a better idea. So, we'll start with the payment process and when you get drafted. And so, guys are eligible for signing bonuses. And when I played, there was 40 rounds, and there used to be 50. I know that's changed nowadays, but say it was a 40 round draft, usually 15 guys got a solid signing bonus, I would say. But then once everything's said and done, every player gets the same monthly salary. So, and these are all estimates I'm about to throw out there because I can't remember the exact numbers. But in the A balls, you can make anywhere from 12 to 1800. In double A, you can make 2000 to 2500, and in triple A, you can make 3000 to 3500. This is all before taxes, by the way. And at each level, you're paying clubhouse dues, which when you're at home or on the road, you're paying the staff members that are on site there. They're paying them for their services. You're paying them that they're providing food, they're doing your laundry, they're providing services of really anything that you need while you're there. And then also for guys, some guys have to worry about housing. I know nowadays players are having housing paid for by Major League Baseball, but when I was playing, you either had host families that would open their houses to players and let them stay there, or players had to find their own accommodations, and that is more money being spent. And then they have guys that have to support their families and they're sending money back home. So a lot of cases for guys, they were really tight for money when it was all said and done and just trying to get by, and that's understandable. And as far as do players get paid in the offseason, the answer is no. Players are part time, whether you're in the Major League Baseball or you are in the minor leagues. That's what's going to happen. So it's just nicer if you're in the majors because the league minimum's, a lot higher. So you can feel comfortable if you didn't want to take on a job in the winter per se. Now, to focus on injuries, I got a question asked about that. If players get injured and it's a baseball related injury, the team's going to pay for it. It's going to be a worker compensation claim. So everything is covered there for the player and, the individual. But as far as if you get hurt off the field, then in the off season, you might be on your own. It just really kind of depends on the situation, right? So moving forward, though, I want to touch on when guys make it up to the major leagues and how big of a moment that is for not only because you're finally achieving a dream, a goal, something you set out to do, and you put so much energy and time into hopefully reaching that. But for financially speaking, the league minimum in Major League Baseball is $700,000. So keep that in mind. So for every time you're up in the majors, it's a prorated amount of money from that league minimum if you don't have another contract, obviously. So for some guys, if you're making 3,000 a month in AAA and you're up in the major leagues for a week, that is life-changing money for you in a short amount of time. And if you get sent back down and you stay on the 40-man roster, you're also getting more stable income. So I just want to point that out. It means so much for so many reasons for guys to get called up. And I know that some people could say, well, I don't really feel bad for athletes that are getting the chance to make that amount of money. But it's the same concept when you're going through anything in life that you love and you care about. You put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and you sacrifice a ton, no matter what it is. And even though you're not getting paid a lot, you're doing it because you believe in yourself and you believe that there's a chance to accomplish something that you set out to do and to make a good living off of it. And the last thing I want to touch on with the whole minor league landscape, I think that players don't get enough credit because it is an accomplishment to play professional baseball. I don't think it's always looked at that way. But also, it's an accomplishment to play in high school. It's an accomplishment to play in college, no matter what division or level you're playing in college. And then to make it to professional baseball is another huge accomplishment. Only a certain amount of people can say that they did that. And it's even less people that can say that they made it to the major leagues. Like, it's a really small group, and I don't think that players always get the credit that they deserve. And also, I will say this, I've seen some of the most talented players ever never make it to the major leagues because baseball has that other element where you have to mentally get by some hurdles, and talent can't always get you to where you want to go. So I hope that answered the question. I could talk about this for days, but I look forward to answering more questions. Everyone have a great rest of your day.